We have Australia's largest range of tyre brands and sizes. Find a cheaper identical tyre locally stocked and we'll beat it. At Bob Jane T-Marts, we'll look after you.
Welcome to round 14 action here at Lakeside Stadium. South Melbourne take on Heidelberg United in the traditional Victorian derby. John, it doesn't get any bigger than this for the club, and with a couple of ordinary results recently, they'll want 3 points.
Indeed, David, we do need 3 points ahead of the big Dockley Cup clash against the Melbourne Knights, and then another derby against Port Melbourne on next weekend. So we need to beat Heidelberg here today. We beat them 3-0 at the Village earlier on this season. Let's see if we can replicate that this afternoon.
And the Burgers will look to press South on the counter. James Musa gets that foot in there nicely, and it's opened up in front of Epifano here. Epifano's got Lujic in the middle, plays it in low, and it's gone in! It's an own goal to start things in just the second minute. The dangerous ball from Epifano, looking for Lujic. The Burgers' defence couldn't handle it. Stephen Pace has put it into the back of the net. South Melbourne 1-0.
Unfortunate for Stephen Pace, but fantastic for South Melbourne. On the left-hand side, Nick Epifano springs the offside trap. A low cross to find Lujic at the back post is intercepted by Stephen Pace. Unfortunately for Heidelberg, he puts it in the back of his own goal, past his goalkeeper Ryan Norval. That's unfortunate for him, but South have the early leads here. Lujic would have tapped that in anyway. Stephen Pace sticks his leg out and puts the ball in the back of the net. 1-0 to South Melbourne.
Heidelberg looking for some of that tall timber up forward, going down on the free kick and not dealt with by Tyson Holmes. Heffernan, the shot deflected by Saldaris, and that will be offside. Well, that attack coming to nothing in the end. Geez, a dangerous ball from a non-clearance there.
A very dangerous ball, and it falls to Dan Heffernan, who scored a lot of goals for Heidelberg this season. It deflects there as well off the South defence. Luckily, Jason Saldaris is positioned well, and he makes the block.
Brad Norton, relishing being back in the side, delivers that one, looking for Igor or Lujic. Igor will follow up, trying to find a way to turn onto his right. Lays it back in the end. Tyson Holmes flicks it across. Musa contesting. Matthew Theodore with the shot in a second. South Melbourne have 2, and it's a perfect start at Lakeside. The ball wasn't cleared by the Heidelberg defence. Matthew Theodore, just like he did in round 1, split them apart and found the back of the net.
Yes, exactly right, David. In round 1, Matthew Theodore opened the scoring there with a wonderful shot from outside the box, and he's doubled South's lead tonight with another shot from outside the box, this time with his left foot. That's very well taken, right across the keeper into the back of the net. There's not much the keeper can do there. As you see from behind the goals, we'll get a picture here. The ball out of sight there for Ryan Norval, and before he realises it's in the back of the net. South have doubled their advantage after only 10 minutes, David, and they're in the box seat for 3 points here tonight.
Well, the fans are loving that one, John. A great start for South Melbourne, and Matthew Theodore, wonderful finish. Epifano, well, he'd love to try and make it 3-0 here. Epifano with the shot, grazing a bit of the side netting. Not a bad strike, but not enough for the third.
Good opportunity here for Nick Epifano. Hasn't been on the goal scoring charts lately. He goes for his free kick over the wall, but it goes wide of the goal and out. Well,
that will be intercepted there by Monopolis, getting his chance in the starting lineup. He's done well and keeps his feet nicely, Lee Monopolis. Actually plays it to Theodore, who comes out wide. Bradley Norton venturing forward, will play Epifano. That's a nice little ball there for Norton again. Goes in, looking for Lujic. It's 3-0. South Melbourne turn on the style at Lakeside. What a wonderful half hour of football. A beautiful team move. Lujic finishes it. John, can it get any better than this for the boys in blue? Well,
arguably one of the goals of the season, if not the goal of the season. Certainly from a team perspective. Brad Norton, who's returned to the lineup following his 1-week suspension last week, is played through by Nick Epifano. That's a lovely backheel to set Brad Norton through. First time he crossed it to the back post, where Lujic steams in and heads home off the post. That's a fantastic team goal, like I said. We'll see here from behind the goals. There's an inch-perfect cross to the back post. Lujic uses the far post to help him get the ball over the line. In the end, the ball goes in. Lujic scores tonight. He scored against Heidelberg in round 1 at the Village, and he's done so again tonight, David.
Well, it's a party atmosphere here at Lakeside, John. The fans are loving this. Cross comes in high there. Stephen Pace venturing in, maybe a chance. Heffernan, the shot charged down. And rolling away, Heidelberg still keeping those numbers forward. They're desperate to get something out of this half, and they've got a chance here, the header. Well, that's really disappointing. They found themselves with a couple of free men there, and they should have done better with that.
Well, I noticed James Musa screaming at his defence there because they hadn't cleared the ball properly, and the ball comes straight back in, finding a few players there unmarked, but luckily for Jason Saldaris, the header goes over the bar.
Well, this would be a perfect way to end the half if they could find a fourth. Musa with the header. Well, the right idea, just couldn't quite direct that goalwards, but again, South Melbourne looking dangerous in attack. Musa and Tyson Holmes opens it up nicely for Norton. Charging forward again, Bradley Norton. It opens up, Bradley Norton, the left foot, the shot. Not too bad, it was low, it was flat, it was hard. It just wasn't quite on target that time.
Another promising run forward by Brad Norton. He had the assist for the third goal, and on this occasion he goes for a shot himself to try and get on the goal scoring charts, but it flies wide of the goal. As we see again from behind the goals here, he lets fly. Ryan Norval probably had it covered. In the end, the ball goes wide of his post and out of danger.
Pace will try and get something on the counter-attack. He'd be feeling down after that. Oh dear, that won't make him feel any better. A chance here. Lujic gets played through by Theodore Milos. Lujic off the post, back to Lujic. Norval, great save. It still might be there. No, Heidelberg eventually clear it well. I don't know how that wasn't a goal.
Slack defending here by Stephen Pace has already given away an own goal tonight. He passes it to Matty Theodore, who in turn plays through Milos Lujic. He's definitely onside there. Milos Lujic going for the shot across the goals. It hits the post and rolls across the line, which is unfortunate. And Ryan Norval recovers enough and makes the save at the near post. That's a very good block by the goalkeeper. Milos Lujic should have scored his second for the night here, as you see. His shot hits the post, rolls across the line, and in the end his shot at the other near post is well saved by Norval, the goalkeeper.
Tyson Holmes looking eager at this one. Holmes lines up the shot, that's not his best. Deflected by Monopolis. Kept alive here. Epifano turns it in looking for Lujic. Norval does well, down quickly and stopping the big striker. Timmy Marler gets up nice and high, and Lee Monopolis win a throw. No, in fact he won't. It's kept alive here. And a chance from long range from Heffernan. Saldaris off his line, has it covered. Not quite dealt with and eventually gathered up. Few people shouting for the goal there. I don't think anyone's really interested from the officials' point of view. I don't think it was over, John, but geez, it was a nice strike in the end.
I don't think it was over either, David, but as you see, it's a very nice strike from Heffernan. Like I said earlier, he is very dangerous for the Burgers. Almost catches Jason Saldaris off his line. He scrambles back, but manages just to do enough to keep it out of the goal. We'll probably see a better angle from here. As you see, he's almost caught off his line. He parries that one, does a little bit of a sit up there and grabs the ball on the line. There's a few half-hearted appeals from the Burgers fans, but I hate to say it to you guys, that is not a goal.
Bradley Norton still harassing there, and it's forced a turnover here. Epifano turns on the Jets, gets it from Monopolis. Great chance, Epifano for number 4. No, good save, Norval. He came out well, got his foot down. Epifano gutted, he thought he had that one. A perfect move that didn't pay off.
A perfect move indeed, almost a perfect move. Norval saving Heidelberg from further embarrassment here tonight. As you see, Epifano played through, goes for the shot, and Norval comes out, sticks his leg out and deflects that wide for a corner. That is another very good save from the goalkeeper, who's had a fine game tonight. As you see there, it's going into the bottom corner, but Norval sticks his boot out, and that trickles out for a corner.
Well, a triple substitution, how about that? Oncoming Ciaris, Reid, and the new man Hatzikostas. Off come Musa, Holmes, and Lujic. That'll inject some new blood into the game. So we see the boys running out there. Hatzikostas particularly keen to get involved early. They'll bobble around, and Heidelberg, they might find something. They've got some space and some numbers forward. They'll be kept alive, looking for Heffernan. You'll get it back here, chance. Heffernan with the shots, and that's not too far away over the bar in the end, not threatening Saldaris.
Yeah, another chance here for Heffernan. He's been Heidelberg's danger man all night, and Hatzikostas, the new sub, and also the new transfer signing from Bentley Greens, just doing enough to get in the way there, and the ball deflects out for a corner.
Epifano, he'd love to find his way onto the score sheet, or perhaps be giving an assist again. Hatzikostas sets up Jawadi. And now here's that run again from Bradley Norton. He's looked great all night. And a beautiful cross to Jamie Reid, saved again by Norval. That fourth goal is just not forthcoming, John. A good save by Norval in the end. A great run by Norton.
Fantastic play all around again. Brad Norton, his crossing has been superb all night. Almost another assist for him on that far side. He crosses it in, finds Jamie Reid, the sub, at the back post. And again, Norval makes a very good save. As we see at the back post, an unmarked Jamie Reid should have gone across goal there, but in the end his header is well saved by the goalkeeper. Another corner to South.
Heidelberg, Katanos is making moves on the right, shouting for it. He's not going to get it. In fact, he's not going to get any more of it at all because the whistle has gone. That's the end of it. South Melbourne 3, Heidelberg 0. The perfect return to form for South Melbourne. They were down last week. They're definitely up tonight. All set up by a beautiful first half hour, John.
Perfect way to bounce back after a defeat and a draw in recent weeks, David, and win a derby match 3-0 like we did at the Village earlier in the season. As we see the statistics there, fairly even except for the shots on target where South was more dominant. And that's what matters in the end, because at the end of the day, South registered 3 goals, Heidelberg 0.
I got the skipper Michael Eager here with me, and we were just saying it's going to be a much happier conversation this week after the disappointment of last week's draw. Yeah, the boys were just really fired up tonight, weren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, we haven't played well the last 2 weeks and haven't got the results that we should have. We spoke about the game being big for the club. It's a local derby, and we want to show plenty of pride in the shirt, and I think we did today. And most importantly, we got the win, and we're going with plenty of confidence on Wednesday and a good frame of mind.
But not only do we have the league game next week to worry about, we've also got the cup game on Wednesday. How are the boys shaping up for that?
It's a big help going on the fact that we've won. Their body recovers a lot quicker. You don't feel knocks as much, and straight away we're going to go in with plenty of confidence. So we're playing at home. Hopefully we see the supporters out here, which they have been today and the whole rest of the season, which has been great. So I encourage them to come along, and Knights, who'll be tough for sure. They're not doing so well in the league, but again another derby game, and they'll be right up for it. So we'll be fired up, and we're going for that win for sure.
I got Bradley Norton here with me, and we know you hate to miss out. Unfortunately, you were suspended last week, and you really look like you were itching to get back in the game tonight.
Yeah, pretty disappointed last week not to be playing. First red card of the career, and unfortunately it came against Oakley in one of our biggest games. So anyway, back in it this week. The boys, we knew we had to regroup this week. 2 disappointing results on the bounce, and we knew we had to come back in it. So everyone regroups really well this week. We had a couple of new boys coming in, and everyone seemed to gel really well. So, you saw right from the start our intentions were just to press them and try and win in their half, and we did that straight away. If we get a good early lead like that, we tried to go on with it, and that's what we did.
And you talk about new guys coming in, not that they can necessarily play in the cup, but to have that squad depth is going to be really important, because of course we've got the big cup match against the Melbourne Knights, and then we've got Port Melbourne in the league, and Oakley keep chasing us, so there's plenty of pressure on us at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Like what CT's spoken about during the week, it's competition for places, and everyone's working hard, and I suppose that keeps everyone on their toes, and that's exactly what you want in the squad, and you want to have a good squad, and I think we've got that now with a few boys that we've included. So it's exciting times. Like you said, we dropped it off for a couple of weeks, and we just got to keep this up now, keep this winning momentum going.
Yeah, firstly, like I said, really happy to be here. I've come from Bentley, been playing football there for the past 3 years in central midfield.
And you got a few minutes on the field tonight as well, which is great. Good to see you subbing on at the end there for your debut. And pretty good game to start, 3-0 win in the derby.
Exactly, came on at 3-0, so basically our job was to just not concede, and we did that and got the 3 points, and that's the most important thing. So the team's done well tonight, all the boys played really well.
The South Melbourne crowd's obviously hated playing against you in the past, because you've been quite good against us, but we're pleased to be behind you, I'm sure. It must be nice to have the fans behind you too.
Yeah, an incredible fan base here, so their support while we're playing actually makes a great difference to the game. So.
And you've come to the ladder leaders, and you've been around Victorian football a few years now, so you know a bit about it. How do you think we're placed going in for the second half of the season?
Well, yeah, halfway through the season sitting on top, so it's up to us to maintain that lead, and if we do so, we'll end up champions. So.
The old saying goes, a week is a long time in football. Chris Taylor, that's certainly true tonight, isn't it?
Oh, without doubt. Totally different, contrasting sort of results last week against Goulburn, where we had plenty of chances. Probably a similar situation tonight. We actually punished them early on, which was good, but probably could have had 3 or 4 others. So, a bit wasteful in the end, but still a good result, and good to get 3 points again. I think we got back to doing what we did earlier on in the year, whereas our work rate was very high. I think we've become complacent, certainly probably in the last 4 or 5 weeks. And I think it's the cup games have taken a bit of a toll on us as well. But, we've refreshed it with the 2 new signings, and I think boys need to look over the shoulder now, because everyone's competing for spots.
Will you be looking to field a full-strength team on Wednesday, or more so saving them for Sunday?
Oh, no, definitely. We're taking the cup very seriously, but, we will be making changes, and that's the beauty about the rotation that we've now got. But certainly we want to put out a very, very strong lineup.